Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
If you thought things were chippy at other tracks on a street stock, you haven't seen anything yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going racing at Slinger. And it's the figure eight here in the special stage Street Stock Monday series. That is right, we've got these drivers in the special stage Street Stock series. They're going around the figure eight at Slinger here. It's going to be chaos. And I just gotta say it, bleep might hit the fan. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mac Nelson. I will be your sole voice in the booth tonight on behalf of Racer Nexus Broadcasting. I'm like the unofficial official. I guess the official unofficial would be a way better way to word that. Like the official unofficial voice of the special stage when you really think about it. Not to take anything away from my boss, great man Rob Campbell. He's doing his thing with the Thursday FIA Cross Car series. You can check that out right here on the Racer Nexus YouTube channel as well. He's got his thing going over there, but man, we had GT4s yesterday. We got street stocks today. I'll be back for the Indy cars on Friday. Not entirely sure where the IndyCar is going this week, but that's a great segue into our info here for the race as we get to the end of qualifying here. We are at Slinger. We're going to the Bull Ring at Las Vegas next week, as these street stock drivers are going to have their work cut out for them. They really don't need to be thinking about what's happening next week because they have got to get through this week. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a fan of the Special Stage Series, you know exactly how this works. Twin 20-minute heat races here, full points payout. While everybody is gridding up, we will go ahead and show you those qualifying results. You can see it on the screen there. Adam Boyslard with a 16.584, followed closely by Ant Meeperson, Victor Aldrich, Stephen Thompson, Joey Irby, Matt Schlosser, Max Koss, Samuel Andrews, Eric Jeffrey, Austin Derrick, Alex Good, and Jack Wilshire, which, conveniently enough, I didn't think of this at that exact moment, but this fancy little scrolling grid here is going to cover that exact same information. So that is going to be your starting grid for heat race number 1 here. We do have the official iRacing Porsche Cup pace car leading the boys around the figure eight. It's going to be one heck of a show. I cannot wait to see it. As Adam Boyslard is going to have the button as soon as this Porsche does indeed pull off. Not entirely sure how a start zone works here at a figure eight, but I'm sure it's kind of just whatever Adam Boyslard wants, he's going to go. We are green flag racing here at Slinger. Through turns 1 and 2 going down. Is it a straight? I guess it's technically a straight. Here we go with the 06 Adam Boyslard. First time through, no traffic going to get in the way there. I've got just a little bit of information that I need to check need to check on, guys. I'm so sorry. We'll be right back with the action. Well, you guys aren't going to miss anything. Maybe get a little something like that going, and now we should see, yes, sir, laps to go. I believe they are doing 50 laps around here, and that is going to be the green car of what I believe might have been Eric Jeffrey, taking a little bit of a crash. We're going to go back and take a look at that. The 133 here. No, that is not the car that I was thinking of, but he's going to have a massive spin out as well. Samuel Andrews doing the same thing in the matching car. 133 and the 997 doing a little bit of matching work. That's going to be the green GoDaddy car. That is the 13 of Ant Meeperson. So not exactly the ideal way to start this race. I don't even know how to call this. This is chaos at every foot. Max Cost is your purple lap sitter right now with a 17.13. Adam Boyslard still in the lead, coming up on the 994. That is Austin Derrick. He is going to be the first back marker of resistance here. As you see, Ant Meeperson almost getting destroyed there in the figure eight. Oh, and that's going to be close as well. Adam Boyslard in the number 06. This is the first time, I'm going to be honest, this is the... Oh, and that's... Sorry, this is the first time I've ever watched a figure eight race on iRacing. And it's just, you know, a system so known for their, you know, keeping it clean, safety rating, all of that stuff. It's quite funny to see these guys just running into each other actively. Matt Schlosser taking a little bit of an alternative line to make sure that he doesn't get clobbered. And that's going to be big battle between the blue car and yellow car. I believe that might have been one of Eric Jeffrey or Samuel Andrews, since they do have identical wraps on their car. Matt Schlosser, we're 9 laps into this race. And it's now... I mean, it's happening, man. It's happening. Joey Herbie here trailing just a little bit. He is kind of the man that just constantly gets unlucky in the special stage. I don't know if it's a running joke inside of the grid, but for me, it's starting to become that. Joey Herbie is incredibly unlucky, and I feel like a figure eight race here at Slinger is just going with the luck that that man has. Joey Herbie, I'm sure it's going to be one heck of a night for him. He's keeping it clean though so far. Joey Herbie in P3, trailing Matt Schlosser by just a little bit. Steven Thompson's gonna get destroyed. As I wish there was a... Sorry guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am experimenting just a little bit here. With the blimp view, we can really see a whole lot of action going down at that figure eight. Matt Schlosser, though, has the 994 and 997 to contend with here. Though I am Meeperson there being very cautious, staying in the middle of 2 other drivers, kind of letting him be a lead blocker. The 997 is going to have a little bit of a moment, a little bit of oversteer coming out of that corner, going on to the straight. Matt Schlosser getting through clean again, but if you notice, it's all about timing and it's all about the rhythm. And with Matt Schlosser outpacing the field like this, he's good right now, but here in about 2 or 3 passes, if the times line up, and it almost did right there, might happen on this time by. The 994 is going to be holding Matt Schlosser up. Will Matt Schlosser? No, he's going to be able to get through it. And that's what I mean. He's using that 994 as kind of a lead block here in this situation. Ooh, and the 63. I'm not entirely sure who that was. Max Cost. That was very, very close on behalf of him. Samuel Andrews, unfortunately, has had another crash in that 997. We're going to go back and take a look at it. Hope nothing happens up towards the front. As he is just going to basically stop dead in the middle of the figure eight. But now Matt Schlosser does, in fact, have himself a lead for, yes, 4.7. Well, now it's, oh, I think something has happened to Joey Herbie, potentially, maybe. The lead was starting to go up by a lot. I think maybe the figure 8, I don't think the timing tower can keep up with it, and that's going to be the 98 of Victor Aldrich. He's going to get creamed again. Victor Aldrich getting a double whammy of figure 8. As coming around the corner here, he's battling with that car. I don't, that's the 06 of Adam Boy's Lord. So he's going to have a little bit of a moment there in the 95. The 95 of Jake Wilshire is just going to have a heyday with that. He's going to eat that number 98 up. Matt Schlosser still out in front. He boasts a very impressive 6-second lead over Stephen Thompson. Oh, but almost gets creamed by the black 95. I believe that was Jake Wilshire again. Yes, I'm starting to learn the cars. Starting to learn who everyone is. It's almost a good thing we only have 12 drivers on this grid right now, as Austin Derrick does indeed go purple. That's going to be a 17.33 for him. And then Joey Herbie takes it right back with a 17.09. So that is ruled void and null. Matt Schlosser here in the number 400. But I was saying it earlier, it's almost a good thing that there's a small grid out here tonight for this race, because these guys, imagine 40, 45 cars out here. It would be pandemonium. I don't even know. I'm having trouble calling it just sitting here with 12 drivers on the grid, and that's going to be Matt Schlosser again, almost submitting himself to chaos. As around and around we go, 25 laps to go in this opening heat. We're halfway through. Matt Schlosser is going to stop for a little bit. He's got a little bit of a lead. He can play with that. He's got a little bit of a lead, but Stephen Thompson has shrunk that lead right up. Matt Schlosser stops for a safe pass on the figure 8. As there was chaos there, but it seems like both cars, maybe not the mint blue car over there, not entirely sure who that is. It looks like the 994 of Austin Derrick. Been having himself a field day, and that's going to be the 997 just rejoining the track right in front of Ant Meeperson in his line. Oh, and Meeperson's going to clobber Joey Herbie. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not entirely sure how to keep it professional here. I mean, we're at a figure 8. These guys are going to beat, bump, and bang into each other. But if we take a closer look here at the 400 of Matt Schlosser, his car is in pristine condition. He has not been touched once. He might be the only car on this track who has not been touched. So the big boss man, Matt Schlosser, doing his thing. Ant Meeperson's going to have a meatball. Victor Aldrich has a meatball as well. Austin Derrick as well. I'm not entirely sure how the quick repairs are going to sort themselves out in this race. I'm not entirely sure what kind of system we're dealing with here. Ant Meeperson has a black flag. The 133 just pulled out of the pits, so I guess we are allowing pit stops. We're allowing maybe quick repairs as well, because Ant Meeperson does not have a meatball flag any longer. Victor Aldrich does. Victor Aldrich is going to pull into the pit lane now. We'll see if when that car goes up, it just kind of, it's going to just kind of fix. But Victor Aldrich does have a brand new car that he can use on this heat if he wants. He's only down a couple laps. He could theoretically, anything can happen in this figure 8 race. Matt Schlosser could go down with a vicious T-bone. He'd have to pull into the pits. That would give Ant Meeperson, Adam Boy's Lord, the likes, Victor Aldrich as well, would give them time to get back into the game, so to speak, get some laps done. 17 laps to go here. I'm not entirely sure if we've got every single car out on track. I think we do. I think the only one not on track is Victor Aldrich, who, after even getting his car quick repaired by the iRacing official service and their pit crew, their virtual pit crew, I should say, he has elected to not come back out onto the track. So Matt Schlosser, boss man, number 400, street stock, he is leading this thing by 13.5 seconds over Alex Good. Alex Good, he can't see. No wonder the man's losing time on the boss man. He can't see. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a driver who cannot see out of his race car. That feels like rule number 1. He's just got to follow the sound. He's like Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. He's just got to feel the vibrations, and he knows where to go off that. Oh, and he's going to run into the 13 of Ant Meeperson. He's in the wrong direction. Somebody please inform the hoodless man. The 97, Alex Good. Please, somebody inform him that he is going in the wrong direction. He got turned around, heading in the right direction now. He's following the 994 of Austin Derrick, which, unfortunately, and I don't mean to be rude in any way when I say this, but you're not exactly picking the best guy to follow. Alex Good has had a fair amount of troubles, or not Alex Good, I'm sorry, the 994 of Austin Derrick. He has had a fair amount of troubles himself. He's going to risk death by going through the figure 8 blinded, and maybe that's exactly what needs to be done by all these drivers, because he is currently sitting in P5. He's only a lap down on the leader here, Matt Schlosser. Matt Schlosser still in that pristine 400 street stock, red and white, old mother paint scheme there. Part of the Interstellar SRV team. Looking to get it done here tonight, and with the full field invert paying 100% championship points, you've got to be on cloud 9 if you're Matt Schlosser right now, because you're seeing all these guys, they've got to take quick repairs, they've got to take damage. Some of them don't have tires, some of them don't have hoods, some of them can't even take a turn properly in front of you. That's the 95 of Jake Wilshire having some trouble there. He's got a pristine car. He's got an 18-second lead. He's got to be feeling really good about this second heat. This could be a major night. This could have major championship implications here if Matt Schlosser can go 2 for 2 tonight and win both of these things. But with 8 laps to go here in heat race number 1, he's still got a little bit of ways to go before we cross that bridge. And the bridge Matt Schlosser has to cross right now is that middle of the figure 8. He's going to get it done in style using the 63 of Max Cost as a lead blocker. The really messed up part about this is that the car he is using as a lead blocker, Max Cost, is your second place car. That means Matt Schlosser has almost lapped the entire field here at Slinger. Incredible performance there by the boss man. Joey Herby had himself a crash. We'll go take a look. Taking that figure 8 very, very conservatively. Hugging the bottom here. He's going to turn down into the straight. Oh, he's just going to stop. So, yeah, I guess to kind of break the immersion here for you guys, I hate to do it. I do apologize. But the timing tower, the event scene we have here, give us all these updates. We can get the action out to all of you. It does automatically flag it if a car stops because, in theory, it's a race car. We're racing on a track. The car should never be stopped. It should never be at 0 miles an hour. So the timing tower picks it up as a crash. So if I do that throughout the night, I apologize. Matt Schlosser, however, 4 laps to go here in heat race number 1. I'm not even entirely sure where. I guess it's where Barney's standing right there. I didn't even know where the start-finish line was here. Doing a very bad job of keeping it professional here. But hey, we're having fun. It's Slinger. It's the special stage street stock series. You know you're going to get some action. You know you're going to get elbows out racing when you tune into this series every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central. And these guys are not familiar with a bad race. These guys are not incoherent to the noise. These drivers know what you guys say in the comments. They know they're putting on for family, loved ones, friends, all of the above. They're going out there, they're putting on a show. And a show indeed, as this 95, Jake Wilshire, behind Matt Schlosser, it's almost looking like a drift car at this point. I mean, he is not going straight in any means. I mean, it's just his rear end is stepping out every single time. Matt Schlosser picks up the win, and it was a very convincing win. That is an 18-second win for the boss man, Matt Schlosser. Alex Good going to bring it home in P3. Max Koss going to be your second place finisher here tonight. We've got one more for you here. We've got a 3-minute warm-up, though, so I am going to take a step back, get a drink. If you guys would like to get a snack, get a water, go to the bathroom, whatever you got to do, Do it now, because in 3 minutes time, we're back for the second heat of the special stage Street Stock Monday series here on Racer Nexus.
Can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on. Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force it off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom. Bouchard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh,
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for stage 2 of our racing here tonight. We've got the second of twin 20 minutes. It wasn't really 20 minutes. Here at Slinger at the figure 8, we're doing 50 laps, but that is neither here nor there. If you're just now joining us, my name is Mac Nelson. I am your sole voice in the booth here tonight on behalf of Racer Nexus Broadcasting. We appreciate you guys stopping by for the show. Didn't get to go over your weather with you, so we'll do that now. 68 degrees Fahrenheit here at Virtual Slinger. Drag temperature is going to be 95 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's a bit warm out there. These drivers aren't going to have the cleanest and grippiest time out there. The condition is clear. Humidity 43%, so not too bad. And here at a short track like this, humidity isn't really going to do anything. We'll pull up the results of heat race number 1 for you, just in case you forgot. Matt Schlosser, Max Cost, Alex Good, Joey Herbie, Steven Thompson, all in your top 5. But for now, we head forward to the grid for our second and final race of the evening here tonight. We'll go over that grid with you now. Victor Aldrich, Jake Wilshire are going to be in your front row. The twin cars, Eric Jeffrey, Samuel Andrews, going to be row number 2. P5 is going to be Austin Derrick. And the 13 of Ant Meeperson going to be on the outside of row number 3. Row number 4, Adam Boyce Lard, Steven Thompson. Row number 5, Joey Herbie and Alex Good. P11 is going to be Max Cost, and P12 is going to be the boss man, number 400 Street Stock, Matt Schlosser. The exact same format, ladies and gentlemen. We're not shying away from anything here. 50 laps at Slinger. It should be about a 15-minute race here. That's what we counted in the other one. Getting it done real quick and fast here tonight. These guys do not play around. The pace car has pulled off. Victor Aldrich has the button. The number 98 in that red and black street stock. We go racing again here at Slinger. And what a move by Ant Meeperson. That was very, I tend to let it breathe for a second after they go green. Really take in all that engine sound, but Ant Meeperson with an incredible move on Samuel Andrews. Samuel Andrews went a little wide in the 95 of Jake Wilshire. Is going to be around and around, and the chaos is coming a little earlier than it was last time. Adam Boyce-Lard up here fighting for P3 alongside the 994. That is Austin Derrick. Through the middle they go. Victor Aldrich is holding on to this lead, but it's not by a lot. He is getting closed in on by the Canadian Eric Jeffrey in that number 133. And we're only 3 laps in, so remember that. Drivers starting their 4th laps now. It wasn't until about lap 9, lap 10, we started to see some real chaos here. But it could happen here. The field looks to be a little more stretched out than it was. It is. And yeah, these drivers are going to start running into each other a little earlier than they did in heat race number 1. Will that play to the hand of someone like Matt Schlosser, or will it be detrimental? Matt Schlosser is the man that we need to follow on for this heat race number 2. He's playing it conservatively right now, and if he chooses to stay with that game plan, I'm very interested to see where it nets him here at the end of the race. Matt Schlosser, Max Cost was your P1 and 2 in heat race number 1. They are staying on task, running P11 and P12. That is second to last and last, respectively. Matt Schlosser, however, did just run a purple lap, so he is already starting to feel on pace, and it only seems like a matter of time. Alex Good, very, very good news as we get a drone cam of that car. He has got a hood. Part of Purple Sector Motorsports. They pulled it into the Purple Sector garage. They gave it a new hood real quick, gave it a quick spray paint job, and sent him out there for the second heat. So very good to see on the side of Purple Sector Motorsports. And Alex Good. That's going to be Matt Schlosser, I believe. No, I apologize. Matt Schlosser is right behind him. There was another red car. I believe it was Victor Aldrich. He is getting very, very close to doom, as he is your leader, part of Team Watson Racing here. As now, it's so funny seeing the 2 cars when they meet. They're wanting to, they both want to slow down for each other, and then it just turns into a traffic jam, really. But Victor Aldrich biding his time. He is playing it safe. He's keeping the lead. He's stretching out the lead. Eric Jeffrey and the 994 of Austin Derrick are having a little bit of a scuffle. Ant Meeperson choosing to not get involved with that. He is going to take the safe route as well. So Max Cost is going to be in his pit stall. I'm not entirely sure what happened. We're going to go back and take a look at that, though. Max Cost battling with the 24. That's Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson, unfortunately, is going to start facing the wrong way, but the 63 of Max Cost, that's a little bit of a jump scare. He is going to collide with the 06 of Adam Boyce-Lard. So that's going to be both of them going to the pit for their fast repair. Meanwhile, Matt Schlosser still trying to make some moves. He is, never mind, he's driving straight into the pit sign. He did not like that pit sign whatsoever. He said, I don't need it. And I'm trying to figure out what exactly happened to Matt Schlosser. We're going to go back and take a look. We might have to do some investigative work here. This is Matt Schlosser passing Alex Good from P7. Gets through there clear. Gets through the turn. He's taking the high line. He's got a good run coming out. He gets the move done on Alex Good. I mean, that is a crystal clear move. I'm still not sure as to why that would be why. And then that's when he decided he did not like the pit line. So that is going to do it for our investigation on Matt Schlosser. Very, very unfortunate for him. He is a couple laps down, make that 4. The 95 of Jake Wilshire. Taking it sideways again, just like he was last race. Look at him go. He's doing it intentionally. He's drifting around these corners. It's not netting him any time, but it sure does look cool. As Victor Aldrich now trying to hold off Austin Derrick. He's doing that very well. It's an 8-second lead. He almost gets collected by the 13 of Ant Meeperson as they're going through the figure 8 there. And our latest crash to report, well, it's Victor Aldrich and Ant Meeperson, the two drivers you see on screen right there. They are, unfortunately, you saw exactly what happened to Victor Aldrich. That's going to leave room for Austin Derrick, who is now going to take the lead, driver of the 994 here. A D-licensed driver. Maybe Asphalt Oval isn't something he drives all the time, or maybe he's just up and coming, but he is now leading a race here in the special stage. The 400 of Matt Schlosser is unfortunately going to collect one of the Canadian cars. I can't tell. I believe that is Eric Jeffrey. Yes, Eric Jeffrey. But we've got a little bit of a battle here. The lead is only 1 second as Samuel Andrews almost getting collected. 30 laps to go here. We're only 6 minutes into this race, but we're about halfway through it. In 4 laps time, we will be halfway through it, and these drivers here are trying their best to keep things clean. They're trying their best to get through, but at the end of the day, it's Slinger, and bad things do happen at Slinger. Steven Thompson's had a little bit of a moment. We'll see what happens. He's really setting the car right there, just letting the banking do all the work. I'm sure that's nuking his tires a little bit, as evident by the spin coming out of the corner. So Steven Thompson, part of Pony Express, that number 24 car, doing his best Adam LZ impression with the drift, setting the corner in the 997 of Samuel Andrews here, almost getting taken out. Austin Derrick stretching that lead out. It is now 3.5 seconds. Can the kid run away with it? Austin Derrick in the 994. He's got a basic iRacing scheme. Didn't even manage to make or grab himself a custom one. He's got Moza Racing on the back. That's all you need. Firm believer of Moza Racing. They are solely, I don't even know if that's a word. Solely, yeah, that's it. They are solely funding the street stock career here of Austin Derrick if we were going off the cars. Ant Meeperson in the 13, as you see the 133 of Eric Jeffrey and the 98 of Victor Aldrich getting into it there a little bit. 13 of Ant Meeperson, he's in P4. Had a very untimely demise in heat race number 1. Can he get something done here in heat race number 2? Ooh, that number 98 is not for a position, but the 53 right in front of him is. That is his current target, Joey Irby. In that number 53, they get through the figure 8. They get through the middle of the figure 8, I should say. Clean and concise. Ant Meeperson, though, if he starts falling off the pace just a little bit, it is going to get bad, and it's going to get bad pretty fast for him. Hopefully he can continue to run here in the front, maybe not get messed up by these drivers heading through right now. That's going to be Austin Derrick. He's definitely not going to want to hit anybody because he is currently leading this race by 8.5 seconds over Ant Meeperson. So the two drivers we were talking about now have a chance to do a little something. That's Joey Herbie, your third place sitter. He almost parked it on the figure 8. I can't judge any of these drivers for what they're doing because I've never raced in a figure 8. I don't know what it's like. So I'm sure just a little bit of excitement going through these drivers' veins as they get off that high banked corner. They're coming to the straight. They're trying to anticipate. I'm sure it is no simple task, but for Austin Derrick, he's making it seem just that. 18 laps to go, and he is going to be your leader by a sizable margin. Ant Meeperson is going to be your current P2 runner. Samuel Andrews back behind him by only 1.3 seconds. So we might end up seeing a little battle for P2 here, as you see on the battle box. Just 1.4 seconds up the road is Ant Meeperson. He's got Joey Herbie as well, just right behind him. Alex Good also right behind him. So those 4 cars you see on the corner right there, those are all fighting for position. That is your P3, P4, P5, and, or sorry, I take that back, P2, P3, P4, and P5. As Joey Herbie here leading the pack. He's going to get a little squiggly coming around that corner before we get onto the straight. Oh, and that car is not a fan of Joey Herbie right now. He's trying to get a big run off of the corner. Cannot keep it straight. Joey Herbie, and now he is just in a constant state of battling with his tires here. As Alex Good has a little bit of breathing room from the likes of Samuel Andrews and Joey Herbie. As now we look forward to the 994 of Austin Derrick. This is where things get interesting. Austin Derrick's now at a point where he is beginning to nearly lap the entire field here. So can Austin Derrick get something done here? Or he knows these guys are battling for his position. He's just got to go around the track. As long as he can do that behind those guys, he is in no risk at all of getting his position taken. So maybe he just uses these drivers as lead blockers, trying to ensure that he gets home safely here tonight and win the race. He's going to take the left side just in case Joey Herbie got slammed. He'd be able to react just a little bit to that. Adam Boyce-Lard passing our leader. It is not for position, however, as Adam Boyce-Lard is on a fresher car due to the quick repair. He's a couple laps down, so unfortunately, Adam Boyce-Lard sits in P8 currently. If we pull up the dashboard here for the likes of Samuel Andrews, he's only hitting about 60, 65 miles an hour. That's not typically what you want to see out of these cars on Slinger. You want to see them hit 70, 71, so just a little slower than you'd like from the 997 of Samuel Andrews. With 8 laps to go, I do want to give a quick shout out to Trek Cams 22, providing us with all the cameras for all the tracks you see on the Racer Nexus broadcast channel. Big shout out to them, as well as a big shout out to Apex Sim Racing. You can find all of your sim racing gear there. We have a referral code and a discount code in the description. Adam Boyce-Lard is going to go flying from the 95 of Jake Wilshire. Austin Derrick now has a 9-second lead. It is shrinking, though, to 7. 6.8 now. It's bouncing around all over the place. But once again, thank you to Track Cams 22. Thank you guys, Apex Sim Racing as well. Thank you guys for supporting them just as you support us. 6 laps to go here in heat race number 2. Make that 5 now. Austin Derrick is 6 seconds to the good. Can he fend off Ant Meeperson? Can he keep it clean? Can he not get slammed going down the straights? Only time will tell here at Slinger. I have spilt my water all over my chest. It is not a good night. It is chaos breeds chaos. We're at Slinger. We're doing a figure 8. I'm spilling water all over myself. Who knows what the night's going to bring? 3 laps to go. Austin Derrick boasts a very impressive 6.5 second lead over Ant Meeperson. Your boss man, Matt Schlosser, in P6. It's not going to be the greatest of days for him, but considering what happened at the beginning of heat race number 2, he is going to enjoy that P6 very, very much so, I would imagine. 2 laps to go, 2 more times around the figure 8 for Austin Derrick in the 994. White flag in the air. Barney's waving it just on the grass. He doesn't need a press box. or a flag box, flag stand, whatever you call it. Austin Derrick, someone who you don't normally see at the top of the Special Stage Street Stock Series. Can that be a myth? Can this be a recurring sight? Austin Derrick is your winner at Slinger. Very, very, very impressive runs by all these drivers here tonight. Stephen Thompson going to bring it home P2. Ant Meeperson going to bring it home P3. We'll go back and look as they were taking the checkered flag. There seemed to be a little bit of a mix-up. Stephen Thompson on the white flag lap just going to get an incredible run off the top of the turn. That was incredible. Top of the corner. We're going to go back and look at it again. Top of the corner. You can see it. You hop on board with him. He's just flying like he's Javon Evans off the top rope. That boy is bouncy. And that's going to do it for heat race number 2. We'll go ahead and show you the results here. Austin Derrick in the 994, Stephen Thompson in the 24, Ant Meeperson P3, Alex Good P4, Joey Herbie P5, Matt Schlosser in P6. We've got him in the booth here in just a second. We'll bring your boss man on. Adam Boyce Lard in the 06 getting P7, Samuel Andrews P8, Max Koss P9, Victor Aldrich in P10, Jake Wilshire in P11, and Eric Jeffrey in P12. Coming into the booth right now, your boss man, Mr. Commish, Matt Schlosser in the number 400. Matt, you had a good Heat 1. Pretty unfortunate Heat 2. Walk me through it. What happened?
The race 1 went great. Obviously survived and managed to win that one, but yeah, in Heat 2, just the old intersection outsmarted me, and I crashed into, I think it was Stephen C. Thompson. So apologies to him. I think he continued, but I got a meatball flag and had to awkwardly try to drag the car into the pits and managed to recover to 6th, which isn't so bad. So yeah, I think in order to get on the podium in these, you got to avoid the big wrecks, and I definitely was in a big wreck in race 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, we saw your hatred for the pit lane sign. We saw you run straight into it. That one's going to be in 4K and on the internet forever, so no pressure on that one. But next week, we're heading to the Bull Ring at Las Vegas. You know, it carries the same vibe as Slinger in terms of track atmosphere and all that. What are you looking to bring with you to Slinger, or to Bull Ring next week? I apologize. And is it somewhere that you like? Do you think you're going to pick up a win?
I have not raced there in quite some time, so I have to get reacclimated. I do enjoy short tracks, so I feel good about it in general, but it's been a while since I've run there, so optimistic about it, but we'll need to get readjusted to it and figure it out again. But we got some really good drivers in here, so it's going to be tough either way.
Yeah, now that I can agree with 100%. Well, I'm going to let you get out of here and celebrate your big night, but before we do that, the floor is yours, boss man. Who do you want to thank here for the performance tonight?
Yeah, just shout out to everyone who raced tonight. Really fun figure 8 race. It felt like a good balance of chaos, but also trying to survive and not turn it into a complete meltdown. So nice driving by everyone, and congrats to Austin Derrick. He just got his first win in the league, so shout out to him. Yeah, just good racing all around, and thanks to you as always, and Racer Nexus for bringing us the broadcast.
Yes, sir. Very big congrats to Austin Derrick, and congrats to you, Matt, on a successful point tonight here at Slinger. And we'll let you celebrate, and hopefully we see you back up here next week.
All right, thank you.
And with that being said, folks, that is going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. I appreciate you guys coming out. It was a short one, very, very short one. These guys made quick work of the Slinger Figure 8, and we head to the bull ring at Las Vegas next week. We'll show you that one more time on the bottom right of your screen. Next week, we are going to the bull ring at Las Vegas. So these guys will be able to play slots in the form of racing street stocks and gamble with their virtual cars life. Going over the results, you saw Heat 2 on your screen there. Heat number 1, the boss man, Matt Schlosser, did end up taking that victory. Max Cost in P2, the only other car on the lead lap. Alex Good, Joey Herbie, Steven Thompson, Adam Boyslard, Ant Meeperson, Austin Derrick, Samuel Andrews, Eric Jeffrey, Jake Wilshire, and Victor Aldrich. Steven Thompson in the 2-4, big day for him. That is a P5 and a P2. That's going to be good championship points for them. We'll show you the championship as well. Come back. We won't, I suppose. I apologize. I had the championship in there. I still indeed have the championship in there. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure what the deal with that was. There we go. Matt Schlosser is going to be on top of your street stock playoff series, points series, chase, you know, whatever they're calling it. He is on top of the points for the championship standings here in the Special Stage Street Stock Monday Series. Adam Boyslard going to be in second with 350 points. Ant Meeperson in P3. Victor Aldrich in P4. So that was how it matched up before tonight. So next week when I show you guys the championship, it's going to be all sorts of different. But Steven Thompson, I can tell you, is going to have a big jump. He might even be in the top 6 or 7. That's enough for me because that was uncalled for. So from everybody at Racer Nexus, we hope you enjoyed yourself here tonight. Make sure you check in to all the other broadcasts that Racer Nexus has to offer, including the Special Stage Series, which you're not getting a lot of until Thursday. That is going to be your Cross Car Series with the man himself, Rob Campbell. I will be back up here in the booth Friday for the IndyCar Series. And then, as you all know, Sunday, that GT4 Series is going to be hitting. They were at Slinger today. They'll be at Bull Ring next week. This was your Special Stage Street Stock iRacing Series. If you'd like your league broadcasted, please contact Rob or anybody at upper management at Racer Nexus. You can do that by following the information in the description of the video below. Same way with the Special Stage. If you'd like to get involved with any of their series, you can do that by following the links down below. Well, guys, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Have yourselves a wonderful night.